And we can start whenever you're ready.
Sister Aliana, I think you're on mute.
Can't hear you, Aliana.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Can hear it.
Okay, thank you.
Hello.
Yeah. Can hear it.
Okay, thank you. Sorry for the interruption. Good evening, Bhante and all Kalyanamita, Namo Buddhaya and Sukhi Hontu. Welcome to Ti-Ratana Vihara Friday Sutta discussion by Bhante Dakkhiṇāvibhaṅga Chandima. Today is the day 178 of this series of Sutta discussion, which is the sixth class of Dakkhiṇāvibhaṅga Sutta. And tonight's class topic is full review. Tonight's class is sponsored by Sister Gan Siu Hua, Sister Karen Wong Lai Yi, which also happens to be her birthday today, and in the memory of Lok Siu Ki. May all sponsors be well and happy. Dakkhiṇāvibhaṅga Sutta is the 17th sutta that has been chosen by Bhante Chandima for this sutta discussion series. If you have missed the previous classes, please check on Ti-Ratana Vihara Aman Perdana YouTube channel for previous videos. Newcomers are always welcome, so please share about this class with others. And whoever that wish to join the class via Zoom where we can engage directly with Bhante can contact the Vihara administrator for further information. Friday's discussion is always broadcast live on Ti-Ratana Vihara Facebook channel on every Friday evening from 8:30 till 10 p.m. Kuala Lumpur time. Now let me introduce to you about our speaker, Bhante Dr. Ganggodawila Chandima, who was the professor of Buddhist philosophy in the Department of Philosophy at Ateneo de Manila University, Philippines. His recent peer-reviewed article, Socrates and Early Buddhist Medical Ethics, Foundation of Moral Reasoning in the Care of the Body and Mind, 2005, was published in Buddhi, a journal of ideas and culture of Ateneo de Manila University. Bhante also presented his latest research at the annual meeting of the American Academy of Religion, AAR, in Boston, USA, in a paper titled Custodian Without Ordination, the Gaudinense Tradition and Monastic Succession in 17th Century Sri Lanka. Bhante is also the senior advisor to Patisota, a virtual Dhamma organization that hosts a weekly online Pali reading class, Sutta discussion, Dhamma talks, and a variety of other Dhamma activities. His Dhamma works can be accessed at www.patisota.blogspot.com, and we also can follow Bhante at Patisota Facebook account. Without further ado, we welcome once again Bhante, and as always, thank you very much for the wonderful guidance and teaching. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you, Aliana, for the introduction. Good evening, Dhamma friends. Welcome back to our TR's Friday Sutta discussion. We are going to start our discussion today. We're having a review of our last day of the Sutta by paying respect to the Buddha. Let us pay respect to the Buddha. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. First of all, I think we have to be grateful for everyone who joined our lunch fellowship. Right? It happened last Saturday, right? June 6th. And because it was organized by this group. And thank you for all that, Diana and Mr. Kim and many. And I think some of you met for the first time, right? First time, and we believe that sometimes we need to see each other in person, not always seeing through online platforms. So I think it's good. Otherwise, we will become one of the AIs. Now AI will become like us. So it's good to see each other sometimes, make the physical connection, the engagement. That is very important as well, right? And that is something I want to mention. Thank you, everyone. Also, did I hear properly? Someone is celebrating birthday today. Who is that? Who is celebrating?
Muted.
Yes, Bhante is Sister Karen. Hold on.
Sister
Sis-
Karen.
yeah.
Sister
Yeah,
Karen with us?
Sister Karen Wong Lai Yi.
Is she with us today?
Not sure, Bhante.
Not sure. Anyways, we will wish her a happy birthday, even in absence. And then we will move on to the today's activity. And today, as I said earlier, will be the she's my niece. Okay, she's the same form niece. I thought she's a participant here, right? So next time you could have said Sister Karen means Sister Sinfong's niece within brackets, so we know who is that, otherwise we will wish somebody, never know. So it's good. Please, if you have birthdays, anything, bring that to us and we will wish you, right? So then this will become a blessing activity as well, right? We are learning Dhamma at the same time. At the end, we can bless your birthday. If you want to transfer merit to someone at the end, also we can use that, right? Somebody passed away, right? So we can use this program to give the merits because you are learning Dhamma. At the end, we can give all the good karma we're making hour and a half to that person who passed away, who want to be blessed. So we will merge this, not even a Dhamma learning activity, but also a transferring merits, blessing someone, maybe even you celebrate a special day. We can all, we can bring all those events to make that happen. Okay, so today is day 178 of our Sutta discussion. I think we have come a very long way, almost going to come to 200 in another 22 days, I think almost, right? So today we will be having the review of the Dakkhiṇāvibhaṅga Sutta, which we studied for, I think, if I'm mistaken, 5 to 6 days. And what is happening today is that we are going to look at questions that you submitted earlier to Slido. So may I ask Aliana to read maybe the first question and then I will answer. If all goes well, so we can accommodate maybe some questions from the audience in person as well. Okay, first question, Aliana. I think everybody has the access to the questions, right? You can see from Slido, right? But anyway, we will get the question in verbal sense too.
All right, Bhante. Question number 1. Purities. What does a pure-hearted mind mean? Could you please explain how a layperson can achieve this? Will it be very challenging?
Okay, purities. We talk about that in the sutta. what does a pure-hearted mind mean? Would you please explain how a layperson can achieve this? Will it be very challenging? You know, I think you have seen my answer as well, right? You can see it, right? Okay, but I will, because I pointed out not to waste any time, we can save time. I have given that there are two types of purities we can understand in our life. One is relative purity, the other one being ultimate purity. Now, relative purity means moments when our mind is temporarily free from strong greed, hatred, cruelty, jealousy, selfishness. Right? Even you might feel that you are going through lots of akusala moments sometimes, but at the same time, maybe on another occasion, you might feel that you are having dana thoughts, metta thoughts, and wise thoughts. So then, when we look at how to look at it from a relative perspective, you are looking at another time how you have spent with regard to Lobha Dosa Moha, right? Now think about some water is contaminated with a little bit of mud. It is not perfect, right? The water has some mud, but it is better than being poisoned, being what you call mixed up with the poison, right? So relatively, it is better than being mixed up with the poison, but still not the perfect. So that means when you talk about this pure-hearted mind, even in our life, we have so many moments, even now, even you started your practice even before that, where you have moments of less lobha, less dosa, less moha. So that is relative purity. I think you all have that. But when we talk about ultimate purity, that is the complete absence of lobha, dosa, moha, which is applicable to an enlightened being, right? A mind permanently freed from greed, hatred, delusion through what? Through wisdom, panya, right? You cannot free your mind from lobha, dosa, moha without panya, right? So the answer here to this question is a pure-hearted mind that is relevant to a layperson is a relative purity mind that you, let's say you go to the temple and or maybe when you offer something, during that time, you are trying your level best to free your mind from lobha, dosa, moha. So I think you have the pure-hearted mind in a different perspective. Still better than nothing, right? So because if you become an arahant, what's the point of giving dana, right? Now the other side is that. Let's say you want to completely remove it. Yes, that's good. Then you become an arahant. You are not making any good karma, right? By giving dana, right? What's the point of giving dana at that point? But arahants still give dana, but no any karma. So that means everyone, when they are doing dana, they have some sort of purity. But that purity, is pure-hearted mind, is very relative to their another version. That makes sense? So I think that is the purity that we are talking here with regard to Dakkhiṇāvibhaṅga Sutta. Okay, let's go to the next question. If you have any follow-up questions, please save them. When we finish our other questions, we can ask you to, we invite you to ask. Second question.
Question number 2, Bhante. Are donation of cash and other items for construction materials, furnitures, beds, air condition, etc., for the temple considered as dana for the Sangha community?
Very interesting question, right? I think the person who was asking this question, when he was reading suttas, he didn't find the air conditioner in the suttas, right? Can you find an air conditioner in the suttas? concrete slabs, money. What else? I think you are mentioning some other things. Maybe solar panels. Solar panels. You don't find them in the suttas. Maybe computers, fans, projectors. Projector screens, projectors, laptops, cars, vehicles, even a good bed. You don't find it in the suttas. Now, so how do we understand? Now you think about the air conditioner, right? 20, 30 years ago, air conditioner is a luxury item, isn't it? Not many can afford to buy an air conditioner. But now, anybody can buy an air conditioner, even an affordable price. Washing machine, 20, 30 years ago, it was a luxury item. But now, it is a normal item. You look for a house, it must have a washing machine. Hand phone, 30 years ago, only the very rich person is carrying the hand phone, the one with the antenna. Everybody's looking, can I use this phone to call someone just to show that, I use a phone. That's an analog phone, very old phone. But nowadays, everybody has smartphones. So what is happening? Society is evolving. You look at the Buddha's time, they were not of any use. So what I can say here is that now we are in a completely different society compared to the Buddha's time. So then what the temple needs could be different than Buddha's time, right? Now, the answer to the question could be, today temples function not only as places for meditation and chanting, but also as Dhamma learning centers, retreat spaces, community gathering places, counseling and spiritual support centers, residences for monks and visiting practitioners. Because of this, practical support has become very important. Just like you mentioned, donations such as construction materials, renovation funds, chairs and tables, beds, fans or air conditioners, computers, projectors, sound systems, PA systems, solar panels, internet facilities, or transportation vehicles can all be considered Sanghadana if they help sustain the monastic community and support the continuation of Dhamma activities. So I think there is no problem, because we have to look at it from how the temples are running in today's world. The problem is if any Sangha member or layperson going to cling to these things, these modern items or whatever. Otherwise, they are. So the answer question, are donations of cash and other items of construction materials, furniture, beds, air conditioner, the temple considered? Yes, definitely, they are danas. Because then you have to only think about Buddha's time dana, some little bit of rice, little bit of, coarse food, right? But today society has evolved. When the society has evolved, Sangha members also have to evolve in the proper way, right? Then otherwise Sangha members will have to go through what happened to the dinosaurs. The dinosaurs had the same thing, You have to change to live, otherwise you have to die out. They chose, we don't want to change, and they died out. And when you go to Calgary in Canada, you see the remains of these dinosaurs. And I found a vegetarian dinosaur in that museum of dinosaurs in Canada. Very interesting, right? People think dinosaurs are eating meat, but there was a vegetarian dinosaur. Quite interesting. But they died out because they chose not to evolve. I think in order for Buddha Sasana to continue, we have to evolve in the proper way. So I think these items are really necessary for sustaining Buddha Sasana. Then if you are talking like that, even we cannot have this Zoom session, right? Where Buddha's time, no Zoom. No Zoom, no internet. Buddha say, what is this, Well, what are you guys doing, You're looking at each other through a something screen, right? But we are looking at the bigger, larger meaning of these donations activities. Aliana, we go to the next question, third question.
The third question, Bhante. Is giving dana out of obligation considered a good dana?
The shortest answer is compared to not giving, it is better than, it is better than not giving. You think it's an obligation, it's better to start that way. I think when you find someone who is not into dana, then sometimes you motivate that person in a way that it is important to give dana. So I think the person will start the practice as an obligation at the beginning. But later on, the person understands it is not an obligation, but it is the way to do it. Right? So as my answer unfolds here, you can see giving dana out of obligation is still generally better than not giving at all. But in Buddhism, the quality of the mind behind the giving matters greatly. Right? So, for example, I pointed out a couple of things here. Lowest level, giving reluctantly or under pressure. That is the starting point for some people. Better level, giving with kindness and sincerity. Higher level, giving without expectation of praise or return. Highest level, giving with wisdom. Right? That is what the Dakkhiṇāvibhaṅga Sutta talks about. Now, say for instance, modern life is very complex. Sometimes people begin giving from obligation, as I said earlier, but gradually develop genuine generosity. A child may first donate because parents ask them to. Now think about in some Buddhist centers, in some places, they have some smart thinking for children to donate. There's a till box. When they drop a coin into the till box, then the till box is giving an automatic sound. I can't remember what is that sound. Thank you or something. So when the children drop coins into the thing, they feel very happy. They want to hear again, thank you, one coin, another coin, another coin. So these are very interesting ways for children to attract donating some coins, right? Because you think about donation drive, sometimes we talk about very high level Dhamma, Dakkhiṇāvibhaṅga Sutta kind of Dhamma. Sometimes you know that there should be another way to attract the people to donate, right? There may be other ways. Maybe you know that when a temple is organizing some fundraising activities, they might organize certain food fair, right? A food fair. I know a lot of Sri Lankan temples, many temples do that in Western countries. And then what else? They are organizing different things. So that means, a person will be coming to generosity from many ways, not just learning Dhamma in the first place. Perhaps people might not learn Dhamma in the first place. Maybe you have a friend, somebody passed away, and then the person asking you what to do, I feel not happy in my life. Then you might have suggested to go to the temple and offer the dana, right? And then the person might have taken it as, oh, that's my obligation to go to the temple and give the dana. But later you understand doing dana by obligation is not the proper way, but it helps you to go to the temple. It helps you to start the dana practice. So that is how we look at obligation. All right, I think that is still dana. I cannot say it's a good dana, not a good dana, but it is a dana to start the dana practice. I think when you start it as an obligation, later you will understand the wisdom way to do it. Just like how we learn from Dakkhiṇāvibhaṅga Sutta. But let's say you take it as obligation at the beginning, you still continue as an obligation, then it might not be a wise way to give the dana. Yes. We go to the next question, Aliana.
Question number 4, Bhante. Sometimes when do dana, unpleasant situation happen. how do I see these situations and handle them appropriately? For example, feeling taken advantage or disagreement.
So you are the person who asked the question, not telling us what really happened. So how to answer the question? We are going around the problem. Let's see. Let's try to understand this in a different way. Okay. This is a very realistic and important question. In modern life, dana is not always emotionally easy. Sometimes while doing good, we may experience feeling unappreciated, being pressure like before we discussed, disagreement in the community, misuse of donations, right? Interpersonal conflicts, or feeling taken advantage of, just like you mentioned. Buddhism does not say that generosity dana means becoming naive or emotionally suppressed. The Buddha encouraged generosity together with wisdom. So, how to do dana with wisdom? Here's the way. One of the steps I suggest for this problem is separate the good things that you are doing with regard to dana from the imperfection of people. Now think about you are giving a dana and people are criticizing you about your dana, right? It can happen. It can happen, right? You have not given a proper dana. You don't know how to offer dana. The food that you brought is not good for the Sangha members. I think you don't know what to bring. I think your food is not tasty, very salty. So somebody can comment on. Because why? After monks, they also eat. Now they are commenting on you. This is the problem. Either they should offer and go, but they also want to eat it. Now they are commenting on that. Right? Then you are thinking, monks didn't say any word, but these people are talking, giving a hard review of my food today. Right? So you think that you've done a very good karma. You don't have to connect it to what other people are saying. Sometimes donations, right? Sometimes people might not like what's happening. Recently, in one of my classes, somebody raised a question. They go to a Mahasangika Dana, and when they offer the robes, they have to pay, right? They have to pay some money for where to buy. What do you call you? Do you buy the robe? You buy the robe, right? You buy the robe first from somewhere and then come and offer. So that she noticed that the same robe is taken back from the monk's side and again selling to somebody. So I think next time when I buy the robe, my name must be printed on the robe. It's really interesting. So I said, now I was just watching what they are talking. That somebody is saying some things. Then now the somebody from the vihara in that particular vihara now has to say something because they are organizing a very big Sankadana in the near future. So they have to say some transparent stuff. So the thing is that what I said is that it's better Vihara handles these things in a better way. Vihara can say, why we bring 1,000 ropes, right? Monks also don't use 1,000 ropes. They have enough ropes. So that's why we are doing it. But there should be a kind of a transparency, right? Perhaps you have to say, we don't have to use waste number of ropes. Another thing is that maybe when you have a lot of ropes, you bring ropes to a country where monks don't have ropes. Sometimes Sri Lanka, in some places, they don't have dana as well. Nobody goes to give dana. And no ropes. All these worn out ropes. Because poor people, their lay people are also very poor. They cannot even sustain their life. How they can buy a robe and offer to the Sangha members? So if the monk has this kind of a plan, that's a great idea. Right? On the other hand, the Vihara center might think, okay, our intention is good. Dayaka's intention is good. But when the Dayaka dropped the rope in front of the monk, if the Dayaka is looking for what is happening to my rope now, okay, somebody came, picked up, it's going behind, coming back again. No need to think about that kind. Too much stuff in them. Overthink. If you offer, that's it, doesn't care what is happening to rope, right? I think that's enough. I think the devotee was overthinking about what is happening to my robe. I want to look at it. Right? Then That's a problem. I think now this lady is one case. Okay, overthinking about what's happening to the robe I offered. Second thing is that when you do a good dana, what other people think about you. So that's why I'm suggesting number one step as separate your good things from what other people talk about. You just continue. Don't worry about it. You do a good thing, but you continue with that good thing. And the next second is do not let disappointment turn into bitterness. Third, dana should be balanced with wisdom and boundaries. Wisdom and boundaries. We should have panya, wisdom, and boundaries. May I know why making boundaries for our kusala activity is very important? If we don't have a boundary, ethical boundary, we take everything as it is from what is coming from out other people, then there is a chance of we become very frustrated, right? Now think about, there's a devotee who might say, okay, before I offer dishes in the dana, I better ask from the monk, this is jackfruit, okay, jackfruit curry, Sri Lankan style, and then keep offering. Then another devotee say, why you ask from the monks about, you don't have to tell, you just offer. Whatever you offer, they will take it. But your intention is you want to make sure whether they know what I'm offering, right? Sometimes some monks ask, what are you serving us? I don't know. Who asked you to bring this dish? You don't know what you are serving, right? You better know what you are serving, then you know what you are serving. So sometimes when you are really caring for what is happening, some other people might say different things. Don't worry. You have your own good nature of serving, right? So this way, don't let disappointment, any other person's opinions matter that way, because you have wisdom to do. And overall, protect your mind from any akusala influence. So this way, you can keep doing dana. Because your question is that how to handle properly. So you will handle properly. You will feel that you are not taken for granted because you know how to set boundaries of your dana, and you know how to separate what other people think about your dana, and you keep continuing. Okay, let's go to the next question.
Question number 5, Bhante. If the intention of the giver is so important, why does the Buddha spend so much time ranking recipients?
How do you know Buddha spent so much time? How do we, I mean, let's be very logical here. And how do you say that Buddha spent so much time for this thing? Then you have to know what he spent other time for. Buddha came to the Sinsapa Jung forest, and he took a little bit of soil onto his nail, right? And what did he ask from the monks? Which soil is greater? Is it the soil on my nail or the soil in this whole world, universe? It's a simple answer, right? The soil in this whole universe is much, much greater than the soil on your nail. Then the Buddha said, what I have taught is like this. I left a lot of things that is unnecessary for you to learn. Then how do you say that is not, that he spent too much time to talk about it? That is, question wise, I think you haven't understood that how Buddha presented. But here in this sutta, you might think that Buddha has increased a certain aspect of dana. But the answer is, the Buddha emphasized both the intention of the giver and the qualities of the recipient. I will give you an example here. In the Dakkhiṇāvibhaṅga Sutta, the Buddha ranks recipients because different recipients create different conditions for the fruitfulness of the gift, just as different soils affect how seeds grow. A common analogy is, a good seed planted in fertile soil grows abundantly, But the same seed planted on rocky ground grows weakly. Right? Now, when you go through certain customer experience, let's say you go to a certain coffee shop, X coffee shop, then you go to another coffee shop, then you go to another coffee shop. Do they have different standards or do they have a very same standard? Each coffee shop has their own standard with regard to the customer experience, ambience, quality of the coffee, quality of the service. Then what do? You choose where you want to go, depending on your budget and your moment of time. In the same way, Buddha says, why I am talking about the recipient? It's not that I am asking, did the Buddha ask that you should give to a certain kind of people in the Dakkhiṇāvibhaṅga Sutta? Did he ask so? In this Dakkhiṇāvibhaṅga Sutta, did he ask you to give to only these kind of people?
No. Bhante,
Huh?
no. No.
No, that's the thing. Then when we understand these recipient categories, what the Buddha says, if you do for these people, you will go through this. If you do for these people, you will go through this thing. Nothing else. It's like when you grow the seeds on a certain fertile ground, you will get more harvest. If you plant the same, seeds on a very rocky area, you won't get the same. So the Buddha wanted us to know what will happen when I do this way. Another example, you want to donate to a charity for the earthquake, tsunami, earthquake, or anything. Then, do you really concern about where your donation goes at that point? Let's say you want to donate a very large amount of money. Are you concerned about where your money goes because you have many charity organizations in front of you? Are you going to really look at, or you just donate to anybody at that point? The amount that you are donating is big. Are you concerned checking? Huh?
Yes.
You
Yes.
are,
Yes.
yes. You are checking that. Then you find out, I don't want to mention their names, huh? One organization, their admin fees 12%. That means when you donate $1,000, 12% of the capital of that donation will go to admin fee. It won't go to the course. Are you concerned? You are concerned. You want to give the whole donation to the required course. Then what you would do? You perhaps choose another charity organization, humanitarian program, who will materialize every part of your money. Now you are actually looking for better recipient now, even in your normal life. Yes, that's what I'm telling you. Forget about the Sangha members. You are already doing it in your normal worldly affairs. Sometimes you want to buy a cosmetic product and you go into a shop and the shop people are saying, we have a cosmetic thing, you name it. It's pro-environmental, pro-sustainable, pro-Malaysian. And the other one is foreign. You are thinking, I'm a very patriotic person. What should I do now? What should I buy? I have a foreign product. I have a local product. They say pro-environmental, then pro-Malaysian. Perhaps you might favor for the Malaysian product. They say some part of your money will go to a certain worthy cause. Who knows? So I think you already doing this, right? But it doesn't say that you will never donate to certain people, right? So that's why the Buddha says, when you know the repercussions, you also should know the same framework with regard to dana activity. As I said earlier, Buddha never said you must only give to certain people in this sutta. Buddha wanted us to understand, if you give to these people, what would happen to you? If you give to these people, what would happen? Right? That's what the Buddha is saying. So the answer here is, if your intention is good, it is not enough. That's the answer. Don't think that your intention is good, so everything is good. No. It is better that if you can receive better recipients. But sometimes, is it possible? It is not practical. So what to do? Then we only depend on our good intention. We have to depend on without choice. But it is very important to find a because you know why? Sangha members are the most important fertile ground for the punya. Punya kettang lokassati. Right? Yadidang chattari purusa yugani atta purisa puggala. Esa bhagavatu savaka sanghu ahuneyo pahuneyo dakkhiṇāvibhaṅga Anjali Karan Anuttarang Punya Kettan. Sangha members is an unparalleled field of merits. So if your seeds are going to be cultivated on an infertile ground, you won't get the good karma. That's why you choose Sangha members. All right. So we move to the next question.
Question number 6, Bhante. When the Buddha says some recipients produce more merits than others, is he describing a natural law of karma or encouraging people to support the Sangha?
Both. Short answer, I did the longest answer is both. Move to the next question.
Question number 7, Bhante. Can focusing too much on getting the most merits turn generosity into a subtle form of greed?
Interesting question, right? Now, I think you can read my answer here. No. Answer is shortest answer is no, because I think in our life we have to know how we can increase our good karma. In that effort, if we have a good Dhamma learning, we understand that Sangha members are the best, right? But at the same time, as the Buddha mentioned in the Dakkhiṇāvibhaṅga Sutta, Buddha asks us to offer to everyone. Even the Buddha asked to offer to non-Buddhist person, but who is free from raga, lust. So I think, although we understand that that is the highest level of dana, we should not only focus on Sangha members. We also have to be generous as much as possible. So the answer to this question is, can focusing too much on getting the most merit? Actually, the Sutta teaches us what will happen when we do a dana this way. But it doesn't say you have to be too focused on that. Right? Dakkhiṇāvibhaṅga Sutta never says you have to be too focused. Dakkhiṇāvibhaṅga Sutta tells us just for your information. That is how it is given. Because you should know what will happen. This is just for your information. But you have to give dana to anybody. But you must know, giving Sangha members have a different effect. Right? It's a different effect. Now you think about a very normal example. Let's say, you have your parents in your house, right? And you don't really concern about them. You don't really bring them out for a dinner. You don't really make them happy, right? But you are making happy other people. Right? When you are engaging with other people, you are making them very happy. Right? So then somebody might think you are helping other people, but you are not really helping your family. Right? Then what is the concern here? Taking care of the family is number one. Then subsequently, secondly, we help other people as well. So that's why Sangha members, like in that family concept, right? At the same time, you support other people too. So I don't think there is a sense here that the Buddha is asking us to be very much merit oriented. Rather, Buddha is teaching us you need to know what will happen when you do this way and that way. But Buddha wants us to practice dana in many ways. Okay, we go to the next question. Give me a second. Please read my comprehensive answers, because no time
Yes.
to read the whole thing. Yes. The next question.
Question number 8. Question number 8, Bhante. Does an enlightened person still see differences between worthy and unworthy recipients, or do they give equally to all beings?
Okay, very interesting, right? An enlightened person in Buddhism still sees differences between beings conventionally and wisely, but without akusala. Arahant would still understand who is going through dukkha, who is practicing sila and all that. But enlightenment doesn't mean becoming blind to distinctions. Rather, it means seeing distinctions without great hatred, delusion. Now look at us. When we look at the distinctions, are we seeing them as distinction themselves, or are we bringing our great hatred, delusion when we see the distinctions? I think once we see the distinction, we're coming up with our own opinions, ideas. That is our way, right? But arahants and above, they don't look at them with lobha dosam. They don't create lobha dosam. One very good example is, right? Now, after going many tours, you going in a tour that is very comfortable tour, right? It's a uniqueness of that tour. Immediately, you're going to comment, I never go this kind of a tour before. This is so phenomenal, right? Nobody has done this. Food is nice, people are nice, and the places the tour guide, tour company chose also nice. Immediately you are giving the comment. Of course, you will do that, right? But for the people like arahants and above, they see the distinctions, uniqueness, but they are not very hurried to comment on those things. They don't become overwhelmed with the changes because they have upekha, balanced mind. They are not going to be too happy, too worried about it. So the answer to the question is, you're asking, does an enlightened person still see? Yes, they do. Worthy and unworthy recipients. Well, the thing is that enlightened people are functioning in a different context, right? Let's say when you are an arahant, let's say you want to offer something, you are offering to another arahant, to another worthy person, right? So they know that, but they don't have the concern like we have because they don't create good karma, right? Even arahant is going to do a dana to another arahant. There's no good karma. They don't have to look at it who is better, who is worthier, but they know who is worthy. Let's move on to the next question.
Question number 9, Bhante. If generosity is meant to reduce attachment, at what point should we stop thinking about the amount of merits we will receive?
Okay, if generosity dana is meant to reduce attachment, no, really, at what point should we stop thinking about? I think it is a gradual process. Now, as I said earlier, when we ask kids to donate some cash into the till box, there's a till box saying, no, the thing that is saying from the till box is merit. There's an automatic sound. When you drop one coin, merit. Another coin, merit. So children become very fascinated with this merit, Okay, bring all the coins, 1, 2, 3, they drop merit. So they become very happy about somebody saying merit. But it's an AI experience. So this way, I think different people, kids are like that. Then someone wants to overcome grief because somebody passed away, right? Also go and do dana. Maybe you think about, there are many occasions, many ways people get into dana activity. So I think different people get into dana different. That is okay. But as you can see here, the merit, how much merit will I create, accrue, collect, thought. The thought of how much merit I will create from this dana will be decreased as you practice dana gradually more and more with wisdom. So I think the stage at which point you will be getting that is that when you learn Dhamma properly about dana, things like Dakkhiṇāvibhaṅga Sutta teachings, then you will understand in the last 20, 30 years, my dana was going around this purpose, but now I know I have to do dana with wisdom, right? So it is a gradual activity. I know some people, they know even from day one, but some people, they don't know from day one. It's okay because at least you create a certain liking about giving that. So the stage, the point could be the point that you learn the Dhamma from. That's why I always encourage you. It's important to learn Dhamma. Sometimes you sit down and close your eyes. You think you are meditating. How you are meditating? You don't know what to think about, what to contemplate. You close your eyes. You only enjoy the holiday moment, peace moment. But you don't know what to contemplate, what to cultivate. That's why only by learning these suttas, you know what to cultivate. So the point is that when you know that, furthermore, in the future, when I give a dana, it is not good to look for the amount of merits only. I think I better think about what is happening to my mind when I give dana. What is happening to the life of the people who are receiving my dana, Sangha members or whoever. You will slowly, gradually switch on to that kind of level. And the next question?
Good answer. Very good. Very good answer.
Yes, Bhante. Question number 10.
Yeah.
Yes, Bhante. Is preventing others from making dana with good intention, citing rules and regulation, is it good or bad karma?
Very interesting question. It depends on the intention and reason. If someone blocks dana out of jealousy, anger, control, or not wanting others to gain merit, it is generally unwholesome karma. But if they do it to prevent fraud, misuse, safety issues, ethical problems, it can be wholesome and responsible. So the key factor is the mind behind the action and whether it protects or obstructs genuine goodness. I remember one of our students went to China some time ago, and she and her friends went to a Tibetan monastery. So when they went to the Tibetan monastery, the temple people separated them out. You want the blessings, you must be separate. So what happened? Whoever the people in the temple, they asked them, we have blessing packages. Okay. And then compared to Malaysian ringgit, the biggest blessing package comes at 1,000 ringgit. If you want to be fully blessed, 1,000. If you want to be half blessed, 500. Partially blessed, 250. So then what happened? Whoever, I don't know exactly who did that, but the story is real. The person I know said, I don't have that much money in hand. I didn't bring that much money, so I will donate, but not that much of money. And then they chase her out from the room because you don't have that money. But one of the friends who went with them, she gave that 1,000. And then, according to her, she got the full blessings. Right? And later on, the person who was chased out was telling, they were discussing. Then the other person said, I gave 1,000, I got the full. I said, you are a staunch Buddhist, but you are not kind. You would have donated that 1,000. Then only you are a good Buddhist. Right? But the other person and some other friends who went on that trip thought, no, I think you were scammed. You were scammed in this trip. That is why what is important is the intention and the reason. So if I go back to the question again, is preventing others from making dana with good, because you are not mentioning what kind of story behind. I only know that story. The story that somebody went to a monastery and asked them to pay that money. But I don't know your story. But if you are doing that with a reason, because sometimes now we have fake monks everywhere, right? Every major city there are fake monks. They are not real monks. They are buying robes and they're shaving their head and they're going pindapata. You know how difficult to organize a pindapata, right? In the temple? How difficult, the temple people know, if you are in the management committee, it's very difficult, right? But for those people, they go buy the robe, buy the alms bowl, shave the hair, next day they are going for pindapata. But no food, only money. And selling the talisman. So the problem is, if now you are a good Buddhist, you know the Dhamma, you are telling your shop owner, restaurant owner, next time that kind of a monk comes to the restaurant, don't donate money. So then, is it similar to this question? Preventing dana, actually he's not a real monk, right? I think if you are doing that kind of thing, it's a different level. But if somebody is really giving that money, right, without that issue, I don't think we should ever control that. We should never do that. We have to let that donation happen, right? It all depends on transparency, what is really happening, understanding what's really happening. Okay, we move on to the next question.
Question number 11, Bhante. Is it all right to make aspiration every time after doing dana or good things? Usually starts with Inna Punya Kamena. Is it considered as loba?
Aliana, is it the next question or during Katina?
I think I pressed something and the previous
Okay.
come.
Okay. Well, where you are now? I can't see that place.
It's at number 1 now, Bhante.
Now number 1. Maybe can you choose the
top.
older, filter out older, then we can go one by one. Then we'll mix up again. Choose
Yeah, I
the
just
older, and then we will come to the. I think this question is next one is during Katina. Am I correct? Yes, during Katina
yeah.
question.
That's right, Bhante.
Can you
No, I
read that
think
question?
the sister has missed out number 10. She was from number 11.
Yeah. I mixed up number 10 and
So
number
now she-
11.
Yeah.
So I go back to them.
Yes,
The
please.
the during Katina is number 12, Bhante.
Yeah, during Katina.
That's number 12.
Yes.
So we take that question.
During Katina, Bhante.
Yes.
Okay. During Katina, hundreds of robes are being donated. Are these recycled or sent to the other temples? Are these recycled or sent to the other temples? How many robes are each monk supposed to have?
I think the same student came to this class again. I already answered the question earlier. Right? No, I'm just joking, right? I got the same question. So now I said earlier, this robe offering for a Katina ceremony. Think about you go to a Katina ceremony and then there are only 10 monks, but 500 devotees buy robes. So, because when the temple is saying, no, buy something, no, we want robe only. So how to do this now? There's a practical problem for the temple. Because devotees believe only when they offer a robe, they get better karma. Is it true? Oh, it is. It is. Offering a robe is such a very good thing. But the problem is, on the other hand, 10 monks, right? You cannot find a lot of monks during Katana time, only 10, 15 monks. And then how many devotees? Everyone wants to offer a robe. Maybe one family has 4 robes. Then we understand that number one is not you have to think that what will happen to the robe you are offering. Like that student. Don't think about it. Number one is we are letting every student to find an opportunity to offer a robe. That's why I believe these temples are trying to recycle robes again from behind and bringing the same robe and selling it. But in my understanding, they should do it in a better way. But devotees might not buy anything else to offer the sun. Maybe I heard in one temple, they were selling 2 things, robe and the fruit basin basket. So people don't buy the fruit basket. Many buy the robes. So that's why when the people have perception, we cannot stop all of them buying the robes and offering them. So don't worry about that. But if you ask me, Sangha members, we normally, a lot of Sangha members may be having 3, 4 robes, right? They have 3, 4 robes. Some monks even have 2 robes. Easy to carry. Because robe is a very heavy thing, right? Not like your dresses, right? So I think don't worry about Sangha members at that point because they know how to take care of their clothings, their robes and all that. At the same time, practically speaking, they don't need that many robes also. And sometimes the robes you are offering are not really fitting to them as because sometimes robes are very small because you are offering without knowing their measurements. Sangha member is too tall, maybe too short, right? I think this we have to let first devotees offer. And for the Sangha member side, they know how to survive with the required number of robes. If you are going to overthink all of these, finally what will happen is that you will lose the dana, robe offering dana merit. That is not necessary. So the answer to the question is, yeah, during Patina, hundreds of robes are being donated. Now you think about what else can devotees offer? Normally, for a Patna ceremony, robe is the main thing, right? Maybe one temple can have an idea in the next Katina. Yes, we are getting so many robes. We keep a number of robes for the next year. The rest of the robes will be shipped to Sri Lanka for those monks who don't have robes. I think then these devotees will be very happy, right? They are using these robes. I think it's a good idea, right? Right? I think if a certain monk can bring this idea into the devotees, I think they will be happy. They know that the extra robes will be going to those underprivileged places, right? You know, recently there is another Buddhist center in Uganda, in Africa. How can you find a robe in Africa? Tanzania, Uganda, right? Some people who want to become monks, right? This way we will look at it a little different. Next question.
Bhante,
Can we, because we have a very short time, can you save the question for to the end?
just about this, Bhante, because if the temple is going to charge 100 ringgit, example, per rope, and then they recycle, means it becomes like a just fundraising, or put it in a nice way, fundraising exercise. You know what I mean? It's like we pay the price for the exact rope.
We pay the price of the exact robe.
Exact price for the brand new
Yes.
rope.
Yes. So the question is,
So is that right for the temple to charge, the exact
I
value
think,
roll?
yeah, I will answer that at the end.
Okay, thank you, Bhante.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Yes, Ariana, next question. So
Next
we have
question,
like only 25 minutes, so I will try to give short answers and just full answers there. Yeah.
Generosity is about choosing the right person or the right practice about training the mind or of the giver. Generosity is about choosing the right person or the real practice about training the mind of the of the giver.
Only when you train the mind, then you find the right person. Right? When you don't train the mind, to train the mind, you have to learn these suttas. Then only you find the right person to offer. Right? At the same time, you want to give to everybody. Because here, Dakkhiṇāvibhaṅga Sutta teaches us to give to everybody. But out of all that, Sangha is better. It doesn't mean Sangha is the only recipient. So I think when you train the mind, because I feel like this question is paradoxical. Both are true. So then the answer is that when you train the mind, you understand you have to train your mind to give the proper dana, and then as a matter of that, you find the right recipients. Yes, so both are important. Next question, please.
Okay, Bhante, next question. If an arahant has no attachment and no desire for offerings, why does giving to an arahant create greater merits?
Very interesting, right? Very interesting. If an arahant has no attachment and no desire for offerings, why does giving it to an arahant create greater merit? So what do you think? You think that the people who are taking the things of you should be like you? Right? Because now you are comparing to the normal good people, like the monks in your temple, right? That's what you are comparing initially. But what if you are giving to arahants? Actually, if somebody has no greed, hatred, delusion, that person has the full purity. That purity is what you should be able to find. And you are purifying yourself. So that will create good karma. So don't think that it is always that your quality should be their quality. Right? It depends. When you give dana to the unenlightened good people, like that. But for enlightened beings, it is not a requirement. That is the highest. Then I have a question. Why do you give dana to the Buddha every day? Buddha Puja. Everybody is doing Buddha Puja in the world. Good question, right? In this whole world, how many temples, how many people are giving Buddha Puja? Will the Buddha eat all this food? No, it's a symbolization, only to train our mind, right? So then you are creating good karmas because he has no lobha, dosa, moha, complete, denial of these three. Next question, please.
Yes, Bhante. Does the ranking of recipient mean spiritual attainment creates a hierarchy among people, or is it only about the effect of the giver's mind?
Okay, the Buddha's ranking of recipients in the Dakkhiṇāvibhaṅga Sutta is not mainly about social superiority or ego-based hierarchy. I think these are the two that we are going through in today's world, social superiority or ego-based one. It is about spiritual qualities and the karmic effect connected with giving. An enlightened person is not considered higher in a worldly sense of power, status, or human worth. It's true, right? Now, these arahants, Pacceka Buddhas are not really higher people in the worldly life, right? If you look at them that way. So, Buddhism looks at the ranking in a way how different recipients affect the focus of the giver's wholesome action. So it's less about creating human inequality and more about understanding how karma works condition. Actually, that is very important. Now, when the Buddha teaches us that recipients matter, once again, it does not say that there's a hierarchy or ranking. Rather, it teaches us how karma really works. I think ultimately what we want to know is how the karma works, right? So this sutta teaches us not a list of hierarchical people. He's better than that one better than somebody else. This sutta teaches us how karma works behind the scene. I think we must know that. Because we are going to the next life with karma. We came from karma. We're going for a place of karma. Now we are doing karma. Then we must know how karma works. So karma is what we are learning here, not a hierarchical. Right? Next question, please.
Bhante, is the purpose of generosity mainly to gain a better rebirth? Or is it a training to eventually let go of the idea of me and mine?
I again pick up the child's dropping of the coins into the merit recording till box, right? I think at the beginning, when you go, let's say you go to a temple to offer dana, right? And then you hear a monk is talking, monk is giving a Dhamma talk after dana. What do you normally hear from them? Now you make your aspiration, what you want, touch the table, make the offering like that. And when you do that, you'll be reborn in the heaven. If you haven't done this dana, it is not nice for you. I think that's a motivation. But when you keep giving dana, you will understand giving and expecting is not very good, very nice. So I have to know how to give wisely. So I think at the beginning, we will come to this rebirth kind of mind. But later we understand letting go of our expectation is the best for the Dharma. That is the. So I'm trying to tell the person who asked the question, you don't try to single out Dhana's different stages and how people approach Dhana. So different people approach Dhana differently at different stages. So rebirth is the first one. After that person keeps doing, one day has to drop that idea and do dana without expectations at that point. Yeah, next question, please.
Bhante, are the Sangha valuable because monks and nuns are spiritually advanced or because they preserve and transmit the Dhamma for society?
Are the Sangha valuable because monks and nuns are spiritually advanced? Yes, they are definitely because they preserve. I think you already answered the question. Yes, definitely. Because if you look at these two, they stand out from the devotees, lay people, right? They stand out, right? Yes, definitely. Next question, please.
Okay, next question, Bhante. The highest wisdom is seeing no permanent giver, no gift, and no receiver. How should we understand the Buddha still teaching detailed rules about giving?
Okay, the person who asks, I think, kind of complicated about anatta teachings. You know, Buddhism talks about conventional truth and the ultimate truth. In Abhidhamma, it has been increased, highly talked about. But in the early Buddhism, the Buddha teaches us, you exist, we all exist. If you don't exist, who came to the Zoom today? May I know? Now you are talking, nobody gives dana. I'm asking you, who came to the Zoom meeting today? Are you non-humans? Are you aliens? No, you are real humans. You exist, but with changes. That's why the Buddha taught us, you exist. The Buddha even asks us, take care of you like an island in the Dhammapada, right? Atta Vagga. So now when you take this dana, actually you start dana as a person. In this life, I'm a happy person. I have food on my plate. I have a roof above me. I have beautiful people around me. I think these things didn't happen abruptly. I must have done something to get these things. And then my next life will follow the same way. If I don't do those things in this life, I won't have even this blessed life. So then I try to understand that I have to take care of myself to be happy, to be eligible to practice something. But as you practice, you understand I should not promote this I, me, myself also, because ultimately there is nobody exists permanently. So I think the person who asked the question needs to separate out I exist, it changes, I don't exist permanently. These two. Those two exist in separation. You cannot say no, I exist all the time. Only not self exists. That is a wrong understanding. Right? If there is nobody exists, then why the Bodhisattva is practicing paramita? I have to do this, I have to practice dana, metta, then I. If he didn't do that by himself, he would have not become the Buddha. For many lifetimes, I exist. But with changes. We get into akusala when we believe I exist permanently. That is a wrong idea. But I exist with changes. So if you know that, what do you call, how should we understand the Buddha still teach in detail? Yeah. So that's why if you are blindly believing anatta, you will even put your dana practice at risk. You go to a temple, 10 people are giving dana to 20 monks. Then you have wrongly understood anatta. Then you are talking to them after dana. What did you do just now? We offered dana. Who offered dana? I offered. You know, in Buddhism, I also don't exist. So you are complicating all the devotees in the temple, right? Because you haven't understood anatta properly. Then you have to ask, if I don't exist, who are you to tell this? Right? Because the person is saying, I am telling you that you don't exist. We exist with changes. So don't try to bring anatta in the wrong way to your dana practice. Anatta helps you to keep doing dana practice. Okay, next question, please.
Bhante, when giving dana, what is the appropriate response when the potential receiver refuses to accept?
That's a very interesting one, right? When giving dana, what is the appropriate response when the potential recipient refuses to accept? I think we discussed that sometime. Well, let's say you bring the dana. Sometimes monks don't like it, right? Just like you don't like all the food, right? Too sweet, too sour, right? Too salty, right? They were not cooked in the proper way, right? Sometimes monks are not used to the food that you are making, different cultural food. So that's why the Buddha said something about dana. What did he say? Vichaya danam sugatapasattam. Before you do dana, inquire what the monks and nuns like to eat. Buddha said that. Vichaya, inquire. That means you are not saying, Bhante, tomorrow I want to give dana, next week give me a list of the things you like. Not like that. That will make the Sangha member become so agitated about the food. You simply know what he or she wants to eat, right? Because when it comes to food, we cannot give dana like that during the Buddha time. Why? During the Buddha time, we normally understand not many people bring dana to the temple, right? During the Buddha's time, devotees didn't bring dana to the temple in many occasions, for the most part. So what happened? They offered Pindapat. But now, Sangha members have evolved. They have their own health problems sometimes. They are in a temple life. So it's better to know that. So when you know it earlier, there is a very less chance of being your food beverages being rejected. So you choose what you want to do. It's better to know it earlier. But sometimes there are food, beverages that are good all the time. Fruits, some healthy food, they are good. But if you want to make a particular food, you better inquire from them whether they want to eat. It is not bad, because otherwise one thing is you are wasting your food. Another thing is you are not happy. You give dana to be happy. And if you are not happy, what are you trying to get out of that? Right? So I think in case, let's say there's a devotee who didn't know all this, was rejected. If that happens, don't worry. Don't be unhappy. You learn a lesson out of it. Next time you know how to give a dana in a better way. Right? You have wisdom to understand. Otherwise, if you push the monk to keep eating those things that they don't like, also not nice, right? It's not nice, because don't go to that kind of a thing. Then you keep pestering. Sometimes you are saying they don't like to eat, but oh, this is very nutritional. You must eat. This is coming from Himalaya, and I bought it from that shop, this shop. You keep pestering the monk, and then the Sangha members have no choice eating, not happily. Right? It is not nice. Right? It's better not to do that. They might not tell you, but they are not happy. Right? I don't think it's nice to push someone to that kind of uncomfortable situation. Okay, so I think that is the answer. Next question, please. I think the last question, right?
No, actually there are two more.
Oh,
Two
two.
more,
Okay.
Bhante. Yes. Can Bhante explain the difference between the gift that is abundantly fruitful and that's truly the best material of gifts in Dakkhiṇāvibhaṅga Sutta? Thank you very much.
In Dakkhiṇāvibhaṅga Sutta, abundantly fruitful refers to the karmic results of giving dana. How much merit and beneficial outcome the act brings. That is abundantly fruitful. And the next one you are asking is the best of material gift refers to the quality of the giver's mind, giving with wisdom, non-clinging, and compassion. So one emphasizes the fruit of the action, while the other emphasizes the purity of the intent. So I think both have to match together to get it to the ideal level of good karma. The last question from the slide.
The last question is now jump to the number one, Bhante.
Oh, jump to number one.
Yeah, because I
You
pressed
jump.
I pressed something.
Okay, no problem.
Is it all right to make aspiration every time after doing dana and good things? Usually starts with imina puna kamena. Is it considered as loba?
I don't think so. It depends on your aspiration. If you tell me your aspiration, I can give a very detailed analysis. But aspiration is okay. Now think about, you have a sick person in your house. So you go to the what do you call temple, and you offer in dana on behalf of that person. Maybe your brother, sister, family, husband, wife. I think it's a good aspiration. Maybe you are giving dana to attain nibbana, also aspiration, right? So I think it's not bad. But if you think that it's always aspiration must come in first before dana or for dana, that is not a good thing. Sometimes I make aspiration, sometimes I just want to be happy by giving it. Because otherwise you might come to an understanding that dana means aspiration. Aspiration means dana. Not nice, right? Right. Dana means aspiration. Aspiration means dana. It's not nice. So time to time you make an aspiration. Otherwise you simply go and do it. You're just happy. No reason. Right? Sometimes long time ago, in a place when we ask, okay, why did you bring dana today? No reason. I just want to come and bring dana. Let's say some devotees very happy, right? Nobody to be. You just transfer the good karmas and no reason. Why I have to give dana with a reason all the time? Sometimes I give it without reason. right? I think before we get to another in-person question, I want to add a small story, real story. You know, Anathapindika. Anathapindika. Who's Anathapindika? The Buddha's greatest layman, Upasaka. Right? One day, Anathapindika's granddaughter, this granddaughter was having what do you call a certain toy, okay, certain toy that was made from clay. So the granddaughter was just throwing here and there. It fell down. It was broken. She started crying now. So mother, servants, everybody started trying to relieve her, but she started crying. She never stopped. Just crying, crying. Then grandfather Anathapindika asked, come here. And then he said something to her through her ears, saying her name. What do you think? Can we give a dana to the broken toy? And he said, she stopped crying. Now you don't try with your granddaughters, huh? It might not work that way. But Anathapindika's granddaughter stopped crying. Now, what is the point of giving dana to a broken toy? It's a toy. That means this granddaughter must have given a lot of dana, like her grandfather in the past life. It reminded her that thing. So that means, then what happened? Anathapindika gave a dana next day, additional dana for that toy. He said to the Buddha, Bhante, today's dana is for this. No reason, because of this broken clay-made toy. And then the Buddha said, a very interesting Pali stanza. I cannot remember that stanza now. It really says some people give dana without a reason. That is an interesting dana. So don't always give dana with reason. Somebody passed away, want to give blessings. Sometimes you do without anything. Just do it. Right? All right. So now we will go to any in-person questions. We will take 5 minutes. I think the first question I'll be picking up from Post question, and she said, can you share the question again? The row? Hope is Polly.
Thank you, Bhante.
Yes.
So Bhante says that because the temple will charge, like example, 100 ringgit, so we think we are buying a new robe. So is that appropriate? So they are recycling the robes at 100 ringgit per robe.
I think
More like some fundraising, putting it nicely.
so you are saying temple is
All right, because when we pay for 100, we think that we are getting a new robe, but in fact we are getting recycled robes. So so you'll be like multiplying the 100s for actually one robe.
yeah. I think this is the same
Is that
question
appropriate?
that I mentioned earlier, right? Okay. Well, one thing I can tell you is that don't think too much about it. But I believe there should be a better way Biharas handle this robe offering ceremonies. Right? Now you are saying that the exactly same observation somebody noticed. Same robe is recycled back. But they have their own reason. They are saying why to, let's say now, just like you, 200 devotees, at least 50 devotees come to the temple. Maybe 100 devotees come to the temple. So they all want to offer robes. Right? So temples can do that, I think. They can give a new robe. That is another thing they can do. Right?
they could
Perhaps something they can do. They will give a new robe, not a recycle one. All the additional robes that they are making, they can donate to a place. Because devotees are buying, right? If devotees are buying individual robes as a brand new robe, maybe they bring the real number of robes that they want, not by recycling. The additional robes, if they think it's going to be wasted, they can donate to another place.
But
Right.
say they could reduce it to like maybe 50 or 20 ringgit. I mean, yeah.
Now,
Just
I
get
don't know
more
about how they decide the
rope,
price.
yes.
But
But-
anyway, I mean, the point here is that recycling thing. So there are many ways to look at it. Not there is one way. One way is that I know that temples don't want to waste robes. That is number one. That's why they are recycling. But I think if they are telling the price for people to buy the robe for that much money, I think they should do it in a better way, in a way that people are also happy because they are buying the robe, right? Otherwise, it might give a different idea. So maybe they are bringing that many robes and additional robes they are going to donate. Sometimes even the monks can carry these robes back to their temples to offer to another person, right? I think temples should run it in a bit more transparent way so that devotees feel that their donations are really valued in that way, right?
Thank you, Bhante.
Yeah, I think they have to find out better ways. Yes, Melin, you have a question?
Good evening, Bhante. Bhante, this is with regards to the Dakkhiṇāvibhaṅga Sutta. Buddha did mention like how many fold return you get from giving a certain type of people, 14 types of giving, right? So in our current modern life, example, usually when in the temple or society, you have one person who will initiate a particular dana or merit making activity. So this person initiates and everyone else will just chip in and contribute. Can we say that the person who initiates has the most merits in terms of if you can quantify merits? And then would it be that if it's a shared dana, is it that the merits you gain is also divided? Is
Interesting.
there anywhere in the sutta
Okay.
that touches on this?
Actually,
Thank you, Bhante.
Sutta has the same idea, also has the opposite idea. Now, you said there is somebody who is organizing the dana. For us, that is the main person. But the Buddha teaches us the karmas are being created depending on the intention. Sometimes there may be people who are joining by donating in certain ways, but their intentions are much, much higher than the one who is organizing. Remember the story, Dhammapada story, Indaka Devaputta, Ankura Indaka Devaputta, right? I think I should tell you that story in short. In that story, one man is giving dana in the house every day. I think 24 hours, maybe. He had money. So his house is situated at the end of the somewhere, but every time people misunderstand the real place of his house. So they go to another house. There was another man. So he always has to tell them that is the house you have to go. Every day he was happily showing that proper house. And what happened? He was happily thinking about this good karma. He passed away. He became a deva. And the other person also became a deva. Actually, the one who was giving the dana every day felt that dana is a mechanical activity for him, as he has been giving him. Every day morning, wake up, give dana and give food, and lunch, give food, that's it. But the second person who was not giving anything, but just happily showing, that is the house, is happily doing that every day, not as a mechanical thing. What happened? The person who gave the dana every day became a normal deva. The one who showed his dana became a better deva. Now from today, don't try to show other people dana, okay? You won't be like that. So that means intention matters. The way how you do the karma matters, right? So it may be not. That is the answer to the question. So, but if the person is really doing that happily, it might be definitely. But sometimes it might not. Right? That is number one. Number two, you were talking what you call quantifying experience. Let's say somebody initiated a dana activity. Now many other people are giving dana. Yes, of course, a certain portion of good karma will go to that person. How does it happen? Every time people who are following him or her giving dana have to be thankful to that first person. Then only that main person who started will be getting good karma because of him, because of her, we do this dana every day, every week, every month. Right? That is how it works. If the following people don't remember him or her, then I don't think it will go. Just a one-time activity, mainly. Because karma is an energy people have to make. All right, any other question you got about today?
Thank you, Bhante. Thank you, Bhante.
Bhante, I think Brother Joshua has a
Yes,
question.
Joshua, you have a question.
Yeah, Bhante, just to summarize what Bhante mentioning, right? So in other words, right, so let's say if we offer dana, right? So as long as the monk, because I went quite a lot of the Thai forest tradition and the Burmese one, right? Normally when we offer food to them, right, or offer requisite, right, they will touch first. They will touch and then they will accept, right? So as long as they touch or accept the food or the requisite, right? So that means the dana, the merit is already done already, right? Am I right to say that?
Oh, the physical...
Whether they use or not use, that one is another story. As long as they touch and they accept, then the dana is done already, right?
No, physical touch is not very important. Sometimes it is happening, sometimes it is not happening. Right? Because what do you mean by the touch? You touching the table of the...
And I mean, normally when we give them a tray of food, right, they will touch the bottom and then
touch the bottom.
They will like touch the food as a sign of like they accepted the food already.
I mean, you can offer, so they will accept it.
Yeah. So whether they consume it or not, that one is another.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't worry about those things, because if you are going to worry about that, you will have to watch what they are, whether they are eating or not eating, right? What they are doing with them, right? Then actually what is happening is that you are clinging to what you have given up. Don't need to think about it. So that's what I'm saying here. When you offer, that's enough. Let them, because it is given to them already. Now you have to keep your mind free from loka dosa moha. Keep the happiness going on all the time. It's enough. Other things are not necessary. Because why? I have to clarify something here. A lot of people think dana is a physical activity only. This is why we feel, sometimes when you offer to some monks, they say, kapiyang, you have to cut it. I mean, these are later traditions. I mean, when you offer through your intention, if they accepted that, that is enough. Nothing else. There are certain other traditions on. Otherwise, don't worry about physical activities. Physicality is not always important. Now then you should be very much worried about Buddha Puja then. Right? Why?
Yeah, but you're the Sri Lanka tradition also, you all have to poke the fruits, right?
Huh?
Means some of the tradition, right? When you offer them fruits, right? We all have to poke the center of the fruit, right?
I don't think so. Don't need to poke. Never poke those things. You just offer the fruits. I mean, if you go back to the touching part, then you should be very worried when you offer the Buddha Puja. Buddha never touch your food. What do you think then? Forget about the Sangha members. When you do the Buddha Puja in the Vihara shrine hall, does the Buddha touch your food anytime? Never touch them. So then it is not offered properly. That's why it is just the intention. Now the living Sangha, you can give to them. They will accept. They might eat. They might not eat. Doesn't matter. Yes. Yes, Doris. Yes.
Bhante, may I ask a question? There are cases where people who bought their robes but do not turn up for the occasion. So someone has to represent this to present the robes to the monks. So who gets the merits in this case?
I think the both, because someone of I think both the robes are, and then the other person is making it as an opportunity to offer that. So both are getting creating good karmas. Now don't ask me who is making more good karmas, huh? Because it depends on their intention. Because sometimes the one who just send money to transfer, but the one who is in the hole might have a lot of good intentions. Grab a good opportunity today, and just offer for them.
Yeah.
It depends on their intention. Yeah, both are having good karmas.
Thank you, Bhante.
Any other questions you got? Okay, we will take only one question and yes, Pauline.
So, Bhante, it's just a guesswork, but if we see the trillionaires and billionaires that we have, can we assume that they must have done great dana in the past, maybe to a Pacceka Buddha or to a Buddha to have so much wealth? But at the end of the day, it seems like a lot of them squander away this good karma by being overly attached to their wealth.
According to Buddhism, wealth, money, or you say wealth in a better term, is very much connected to the good karma. Because Buddha teaches that in the Chandima Sutta and many other suttas, that you might say, no, I was very entrepreneurial, I was very innovative, I was hardworking, but without good karma, you cannot make them materialize. That means definitely these people, whether they are Buddhist, non-Buddhist, non-religious, atheist, anybody, they must have given such amount of money and things in previous life. But now they might practice certain other immoral things sometimes. Then you are going to lose that wealth in the future. So definitely there is a connection to the past life. Now what? Now don't think that you haven't given that much. Perhaps yes, perhaps not. Right? That's why the Buddha teaches us give dana. Be generous all the time. Because Buddha told in many suttas, in one sutta, if you know about dana as much as how I know about dana, you will never eat anything by yourself. You will always try to share food with others. If people know the importance of dana as much as I know, people will never eat anything, drink anything without sharing. I think the problem is that we haven't shared food, drinks in our past life that much. Right? If you think you have a problem with regard to that. That's why the Buddha says dana is very important. Without dana, your meditation won't work. Your sila won't work. Right? Nothing is going to work. Okay, I think there is a chat question here. With that, we're going to finish our session. This is something similar like what says they share. Yeah, I don't know about them, but that is the thing we have to. But sometimes we cannot share, right? Some sanitary reasons, some other reasons. But it is always important because when we really want to eat by ourselves, perhaps we have some kind of greed about the food what we are eating. Very nice food and all that. All right, so I think with that, we are going to wind up today's session. Actually, today is our last session about this Dakkhiṇāvibhaṅga Sutta. I think you learned a lot about that, better than normal dana activities from this sutta. I want you to read again and look at the answers I provided here. If you have any more questions, you can ask another time. So we are ending Dakkhiṇāvibhaṅga Sutta, but you are not ending. You are learning about Dakkhiṇāvibhaṅga Sutta teachings. And also, we will be having a very interesting sutta from next week. I'm not going to say that now. It's coming. So we're going to be having a very interesting sutta from next week once again. So may all the good karmas we be making today by learning Dakkhiṇāvibhaṅga Sutta, Majjhima Nikaya 142, be transferred to all the departed ones who passed away in the name of all of us. May they be well and happy. May they attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Idang me ñāpinang hotu, sukita huntu ñāpayo. Idang me ñāpinang hotu, sukita huntu ñāpayo. Idang me ñāpinang hotu, sukita huntu ñāpayo. May Deva, Naga, Mahipika receive all these good karmas. May they be well and happy. May they attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. At the same time, may they bless you and protect you for good health, quality of life, and happiness. Ittavata cha amhehi sambatang punya sampradang sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Ittavata cha amhehi sambatang punya sampadang sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Ittavata cha amhehi sambatang punya sampadang sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Akasattha cha bhummattha devanaga mahindika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkhantu sasanam. Akasattha cha bhummattha devanaga mahindika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkhantu desanam. Akasattha cha bhummattha devanaga mahindika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkhantu man parang chirang rakkhantu pan sadati. This is Dhammavish. Our Dhammavish is always be surrounded with Kalyana Mittas. May we also become Kalyana Mittas to as many ascension links as we meet in this samsaric life till we attain Nibbana. Imina punya kammena mami bala samagamu satang samagamu hotu yavanibbana patya. Finally, may all the good karmas we make today and also throughout the Dakkhiṇāvibhaṅga Sutta sessions that we have been having for almost six sessions, be supportive and helpful for all of us to practice the dana that the Buddha is talking here at the same time as a Dakkhiṇā, and finally be supportive and helpful for all of us to attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Abhivadana sirissa ichchang baddha prachayino chattaro dhamma baddhanti ayuvanno sukhang balam ayurarokya sampatti sagga sampatti mevacha ato nibbana sampatti iminati samicchatu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. We are thankful to Ariana for moderating today and also for uploading the videos. And thank you. Good night, everyone. Look forward to seeing you with a new sutta next week, next Friday. Thank you.
Good
Have a
night,
Thank you, Bhante.
Bhante.
Sadhu,
Sadhu, sadhu,
Sadhu,
sadhu. Thank you so much, Bhante.
Thank you, Bhante.
sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you, Bhante. Good night, Bhante.
Thank
Thank you,
you,
Bhante.
Bhante.
Thank
Sadhu,
you,
sadhu,
Sister Aliana.
sadhu.
Sadhu,
Good
Bhante.
Good
night.
night.
Good night, Bhante.
Thank you.
Good night. Thank
Good
you,
Take
Bhante.
care. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Bhante.
Aliana. Thank